Wednesday, and it is, of course, Tea with Tamara Day. And I'm bringing something up because it actually has come up over the last few days, and particularly even this morning, I was reading a post about it. So I just kind of want to share a little bit about something you may be doing that significantly is not supporting A, your business, B, yourself, or C, serving your clients in any way. And now I'm guilty of this too. So whenever I'm talking to you guys, I'm sharing something that profoundly has had a huge impact in my life, and I'm still, working on these pieces because we are like works of art. We get better with age, for sure, like a fine wine or like I think of the Mona Lisa. It just accumulates more wealth as we go. So it's something to do with the fact that, we tend to really question ourselves and blame ourselves and the word, what's the word I want to say is like the tell ourselves what we did wrong. Tell ourselves what we did wrong. And this is a really important topic because in truth we get to a place of clarity where, we don't do anything wrong. Like this is the moment where you have a huge realization where you're like, well, I don't actually do anything wrong. I do everything right. Everything that I've done in my entire life has been right. There has been no wrong whatsoever. And it was interesting because nobody likes to be corrected, right? Think about this. Think about a time in your life where somebody, whether it was your partner, your parents, a teacher, whomever it was, that was like, you're wrong. You are wrong. You did that wrong. You know what I mean? Think of the sensation or feeling that you get in your body when that happens, right? You tend to be like, oh, right? It makes you feel smaller. It makes you feel less than. It makes you feel like you're not good enough. And the thing is like this was actually inspired too by my friend Blake did a post about this with his marriage where he loved when he was little. He used to buy Cosmo magazine in like grade 4 or 5 because he wanted to understand relationships so deeply. And they traveled out east, saw his aunt, and his aunt said, he had asked his aunt, what is one thing to do in relationship with my wife to make sure that it's really better? And the aunt said, never correct your wife in public. And it was like, oh, right? And I bring this up from the level of us and our service and how we show up fully and how we are like guiding ourselves throughout our day and our weeks and our months and our year. And how quickly are you, when you get off a phone of a sales call or you put a post up or you do something and you start to go like, ooh, maybe I should have done that. Or maybe I needed to do that. Ooh, I don't think I should have said that. I maybe could have done that better. And like you go off for goodness knows how long thinking about all the ways that you didn't do it right. You didn't do it right. And in no way, shape, or form is this any different than being in class or having a parent or a teacher or somebody say you were wrong. You're technically telling yourself you were wrong. You didn't do this right. Now, there is a constructive way to do this. And I'm going to tell you that in a second. But if you think about being in a car and you're driving in this car and you have the destination of your dream, whether it is to make $1 million or help X amount of people or show up more fully in your relationship with your partner, whatever it is, and you're in behind the wheel of your car and you're driving towards this destination. Every time that you question what you did to the point where you're making yourself wrong, you're looking in the rearview mirror. You're like looking at what happened behind you and you're like, really think about this. You're saying like, no. You're spending all of this time no longer looking forward where you want to be going, but instead you're questioning everything that you did up until this moment, whether it was, and I'm going to give you an example. Yesterday, I loved these black and white photos. So first thing in the morning, I had a challenge accepted thingy and I had no idea what it was. And so I posted something about it, right? I was like, oh, challenge accepted, yay, black and white photo, blah, blah, blah. And then I started to see that it was about women empowering women. And I was like, oh, maybe I didn't do this right. Maybe I could have done better. Maybe this was wrong. All these different things. And so I went back to the post and I actually considered changing it for 1 second. And then I went, no. I'm still going to look forward and know that whatever I wrote was perfect. If it was meant to be something different, I would have had that information prior to me posting it. Prior to me posting it. So I looked at my rearview mirror for like 2 seconds and then I was like, no, 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 no. I trust. I trust. And do you guys know who Matt Kahn is? Matt Kahn was introduced to me by my coach, Jesse Johnson, and he has the 5 steps to unraveling judgment on YouTube. And one of his 5 steps is, if it could have gone any other way, it would have. If it could have gone any other way, it would have. And think about that while you're driving your car. Like, you're looking forward and you're saying, instead of saying all the ways that it could have gone differently, you're saying if it could have gone any other way, it would have gone a different way, like period. You know, I think about The Blind Leap, which is, I love this book that I wrote so powerfully, because as healers, coaches, and spiritual entrepreneurs, our bodies are our business. This is technically the office that we invite our clients into. And another significant thing about when you're saying, you know, you were wrong to yourself, because you're never wrong, you're always right. You're always right. You can do better, but you're always right. Like, this is an important thing to hear, right? As the office, if you think of yourself as the CEO and your employees, and if you're telling yourself all the time, you did this wrong, you did this wrong, you did this wrong, you did this wrong, think about the company culture of people wanting to work with you, and they're walking into your office and, you know, there's slandering of employees going on. It doesn't feel good for an environment, right? So how can we do this in a way that is supportive to our clients, supportive to our business, supportive to our growth, supportive to our expansion? Is, yes, we keep our eyes always looking forward while we're driving. You may glance in the rearview mirror. Of course we will. We are human. How quickly can you come back? And 3 questions that you can ask yourself that are so powerful. Say you've done a speech or a live event, or you've done a 2-day event, or you've like put a post up, or you've done something. Sales call. The questions that you can be asking yourself: what did I do really awesome? What did I do really awesome? Always start there. Celebrate yourself first. You're doing things that a lot of people are not doing. What did I do that was really awesome? What could I have done better? What could I have done better? I didn't do bad, but what could I have done better? And what can I learn for next time? And what can I learn for next time? What did I do great? What could I do better? And how can I learn for next time? These are the ways in which we can speak in a really powerful way to ourselves that invites us to step forward, to lean into, to fall madly in love with our service and ourselves, you guys. And that's the car metaphor for today. Every time you're questioning and you're making yourself wrong and you're looking in that rear view mirror, you're basically having to come to the shoulder of the highway or the road and stop yourself, because you can't drive if you're looking in your rear view mirror. Like, you cannot move. You will crash. Seriously. So instead, you look forward to it, and you just ask yourself for information. You say, fuck, you're so great. You did so good. Let's celebrate what you did really well. Okay, there's a couple things we could do better, but we're not wrong. And what did I learn for next time? Boom. And that way you're always keeping yourself in a forward motion. I love you. I hope you have the most magical day. If you found anything helpful or inspiring, please let me know. I love the chat. Use it as much as you possibly can. It makes me feel like there's people on the other end of this. If you know somebody that this could be really powerful to hear, share it. Share it with anyone and everyone. I'd like to get around in the best way possible. Driving a car, of course. I love you guys. Bye.